Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Wednesday, the 29th of September, 2021. Middle of the night. Excuse me. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. It's an early release day. Which means I'm up an hour earlier than usual. Not coming up with a good schedule. Well, don't have a good schedule for today, but anyhow. So let's see. Right now it is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity's at 62%. Not real bad out there. 29 degrees Celsius. And by not real bad, I mean that it's, it's comfortable. 84. You out there for a little bit, it starts to get, it's a little warm still. Not like the upper 90s, but it's warm. So, open the doors of this thing, it's like an oven inside. It takes a while to get all that heat out. So, let's see. Yesterday on the way home, I stopped at Dollar General to get some sodas, and actually I needed hamburger rolls. Well, I needed rolls. I ended up cooking up some sausages, big round breakfast sausages with cheese, and popped them on the rolls, kind of like a breakfast sandwich, but kind of a cross between a cheeseburger and a sausage burger, I guess, or a sausage biscuit. So they're pretty good. Anyway, while I was at the store, they had a new kid working the register, and while I was there, there was they had sodas. They had the ginger ales that I drink. It was marked 3 for $9, which is kind of what I've been getting them at there. So I grabbed some, but the kid wrote them up, or rung them up as he I'm not exactly sure how he did it, but my final bill was like $27 or something. I was like, no. 3 6-packs for $9, a package of rolls that are 95 cents. Something's wrong. So he attempted to figure it out, and he just ended up messing things up even more. They went and got the manager, and the manager came back and he's like, I don't think there's still 3 for $9. I'm like, that's what it says on the shelf. Well, that's up, the sales rep has to change it. I'm like, I don't care. If it says 3 for $9 on the shelf, then you gotta sell it for 3 for $9. Unless it's otherwise marked, which it wasn't. So anyway, he's trying to mess with the computer to figure out what the kid did, because even if they weren't 3 for $9, there's no way it was going to be $27 to change. So he messed with it a little bit, and the line was growing, and he finally just cleared the total and said, "Don't worry about it, I'll mess with it later, have a good night." And I just stood there and I'm like, you're not going to bring it back up again? He's like, no, we're good, go. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue with you. So anyway, long story short, boy, is that noisy truck. Long story short, I got a free package of hamburger rolls and 3 6-packs of ginger ale. So, not going to complain there. Let's see how this phone is doing. It's still running. It's a little warm. Not bad. Turn that fan off for now. But yeah, that's I mean, at today's prices, that's okay by me. So, I stopped at a Halloween store the other night. Well, yesterday, the day before. Must have been the day before, and it was almost empty. Like, there was nothing really of interest in there at all. I wanted another skeleton, but I don't know. If the shipping is to blame, you know, everything going on right now, we have ships stacked up off the coast. I don't even know how many are out there. I saw a thing the other day, a thing on Facebook, a picture of like little dots that represent the ships, and they were all over. Like the entire Gulf is just full of ships waiting to come in to get unloaded. And all up and down the east and west coastline, there's hundreds of ships waiting to get unloaded. They blame various reasons, like the port infrastructure needs to be redone, but you know, that didn't just go bad overnight to cause this. You know, there's some problem with the COVID and workers and whatnot. Another place blamed a lot of the problem in California on California because of the new trucking rules and regulations that they have in effect, where you can't have a truck over 10 years old operating in California because of their pollution regulations and this, that, and the other thing. And when they were put into effect, a lot of the pollution mandates that they put in, or regulations or whatever, truckers were like, well, fine, we'll just, you know, if that's the cutoff date, we'll rebuild our older rigs and get around those stupid mandates that burn more fuel and whatever. So California came in and changed the law, and now they don't have enough trucks. So the federal government's like, well, we'll bring in truck drivers. It doesn't matter if you bring in truck drivers if you don't have a truck, because they're literally saying we'll fly in truck drivers. You don't have a truck for them to operate, doesn't make any difference. And then the government kind of one-ups the deal and tells the drivers if they miss their port entry time, they're going to get fined. Well, right now it's not the driver's fault. The driver can be sitting in line at the port 3 to 5 hours before his entry time, and then there's so many vehicles in line that he doesn't get there in time, or they don't let him in, and he has to get a new entry time. Just I mean, that's kind of just a synopsis of like 4 or 5 different sites that I was reading and listening to. And it's pretty much as bad on the East Coast and down on the Gulf Coast. They don't have the same truck problems, but there are personnel problems. I feel bad for these mariners that are stuck out on these ships for weeks and however long they're out there. Weeks, months. I mean, it's so bad that they send tankers out from the port, big tanker ships, to go out and replenish the fuel on these cargo ships sitting out there. They have to have food run out to them, and it's crazy. In the meantime, we have shortages on our shelves. I think I said something before. A couple weeks ago, I stopped to get tater tots to take to my daughter's house, and there wasn't the usual choice, so I ended up having to go with an off-brand, 2 smaller bags than what she wanted. And I'm not the only one. It wasn't long after that incident that I saw Emmy Made in Japan did a video, and she said pretty much the same thing. Oh, excuse me. And I hope I don't get stuck in a huge long line today. It looks like it's going to be pretty bad. It's 1:15. I guess the worst that can happen is I'm in line for a half an hour. Yep. Oh my God. Everybody and their cousin. I am not going to sit in that line. They can all sit in that line and inch forward. I'm going to come over here, sit in this parking lot, and watch them. When the line gets to a point where it's a little more reasonable, I will go over and get in that line. Oh man. Because everybody and their nephew is here to pick up a kid. I thought I was leaving early enough. Well, kinda. I had it in my mind that it wasn't going to be early enough, but that's ridiculous. It goes all the way down around this block, around that corner, and all the way up the block over here. I would say there's 200 cars, maybe more, probably more. It goes all the way down into the school around that big loop. So there's 250 cars. That's crazy. Man. Oh well. And then I have to think about, once I get over to get the kids home, they're supposed to be putting in electrical lines for Granny's house, which means they're going to have the driveway all cut up. So I won't be able to pull in and park there. I'll end up parking next door, I guess. I'm not walking that 300 yards of the driveway or 200 yards of the driveway. It's easier to park in the neighbor's yard and cut across. So, oh well, it is what it is, right? Anyhow. See, it's nice right here, right now. In the shade. There's a little bit of a breeze. I could totally, once that line starts going, get over there and cut the line, but that's not fair. I'll just sit here and wait. So, figure out something to do. But what are we pushing here? Does it even say? No, it doesn't say. So hopefully it's like, oh, there it is, 17. Every one of these foes is a little different. So, let me know what you think, folks. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook, nope. Still get that thing in my head, don't I? If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Let's watch it, y'all. Bye-bye.